Welcome back to the Fantasy Price Check. Today we're going to be talking about Tyler Lockett. Just to let you know what we're doing on the channel, we are taking a look at player ADPs and we are grading them based upon whether a player is overpriced, underpriced, or fairly priced. And today we're getting into Tyler Lockett. We're going to be doing price checks like these all season long leading up to draft, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing to our channel, you will hashtag win the draft. Tyler Lockett is currently being drafted at the end of the 4th round as the 20th wide receiver off the board. He's currently being drafted after Courtland Sutton, Calvin Ridley, and Keenan Allen, and ahead of Devontae Parker, Robert Woods, and DK Metcalf. He's also being drafted in the same exact spot as he was last year. Last year, he was taken as a 46 overall pick as a wide receiver 18 off the board, and last year he finished as a wide receiver 14. Last year was Tyler Lockett's 5th year in the league and was a year that he finally broke out. It was his first season with at least 60 receptions and at least 1,000 yards. It took Tyler Lockett 5 years to get to 60 receptions and 1,000 yards. Sometimes it just takes wide receivers time to develop. Last year there was a lot of hype on Tyler Lockett as a breakout candidate due to the retirement of Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett sliding into that wide receiver 1 role for the Seahawks. In his first 4 seasons, Tyler Lockett was seeing around 70 targets and was getting about 40 to 50 receptions per year. Additionally, after the 2018 season, Tyler Lockett got a huge contract from the Seahawks, so you knew that they liked him. Here are Tyler Lockett's stats from last year. He had 110 targets for 82 receptions, 1,057 yards, and 8 touchdowns. That ranks 24th in targets, 14th in receptions, 20th in yards, and 7th in touchdowns. And with Lockett coming into the season at age 27, he is currently in the prime of his career. Lockett is known for being a speed guy, however, he is heavily utilized in the red zone. You don't think of him as a red zone guy because he's so small. He's 5'10 and 182 pounds. However, when the Seahawks are in the red zone, they do like to go to Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett ranked 5th among wide receivers in red zone targets. He had 21 red zone targets, which resulted in 14 receptions in the red zone and 7 touchdowns. He's now had 18 touchdowns in the last 2 years. TDs are tough to predict, however, I don't view Tyler Lockett's touchdown numbers as fluky because he's so heavily targeted by Russell Wilson when they're in the red zone. Russell Wilson just has such great chemistry with Tyler Lockett. They're always in sync together and they seem to know what each other is doing on the field. Tyler Lockett is a great route runner. He has incredible hands and great footwork. He has a little bit Antonio Brown to his game. And check out his catch percentage. He had a 75% catch percentage. Just to put that in perspective, Michael Thomas is at 80% and Keenan Allen is at 70%. Tyler Lockett has incredible hands. Looking at some advanced metrics, Tyler Lockett ranks 4th in DYAR, which is defensive yards above replacement, and that essentially measures wide receiver efficiency. He was right after Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin, and Amari Cooper, and ahead of Mike Evans and Julio Jones. That is incredible company to be in. And I'm willing to bet that Tyler Lockett will put up better numbers in 2020 compared to 2019 when he finished as a wide receiver 14, and here's why. What you'll notice about Tyler Lockett is that his season got off to a hot start, but then his production fell off towards the end of the year. From weeks 1 to 9, Tyler Lockett was a wide receiver 4. However, from weeks 10 to 17, he was a wide receiver 52. And the reason for Tyler Lockett's drop in production, I think, is due to an injury that he suffered in Week 10. In Week 10 against the 49ers, Tyler Lockett suffered a leg contusion. When that injury happened, a lot of people thought that Tyler Lockett's season was done. However, it didn't cause him to miss any time. But with that type of injury, I think it's safe to say that it affected his production for the next few weeks. For those of you who are debating whether to take DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett, I'm going to be taking Tyler Lockett, and here's why. He's a more polished receiver at this point in his career, he has a great connection with Russell Wilson, and he is the more consistent player. Tyler Lockett finished as a wide receiver 14 in half-point PPR, whereas DK Metcalf finished as a wide receiver 32. Despite having just 10 more targets than DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett had 24 more receptions. And if it wasn't for the leg contusion that he suffered in Week 10, Tyler Lockett's production would be even more impressive. Based on Tyler Lockett's first 8 games, he was on pace for 92 receptions and over 1,200 yards. And DK Metcalf didn't have a strong finish to his season either. From weeks 10 to 17, while Tyler Lockett was a wide receiver 52, DK Metcalf was just the wide receiver 47. And in the playoffs, their production was nearly identical. DK Metcalf had the big game against the Eagles, but Tyler Lockett had the big game against the Packers. In the playoffs, Lockett still edged out DK Metcalf in targets and receptions. He had 4 more targets and 2 more receptions than DK Metcalf. Going into 2020, I am going to put my trust in the established connection between Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett is underpriced. I currently have him as my wide receiver 17, and he's currently going off the board as a wide receiver 20. Tyler Lockett was a wide receiver 4 through the first 9 weeks of the season and finished as a wide receiver 15 despite playing several games with a busted up leg. Draft Tyler Lockett with confidence as your wide receiver 2 in the 4th round. Guys, if you like what we're doing on the channel, I want you to smash that like button and click subscribe. We're going to be coming out with ADV price checks like this all season long leading up to drafts. And if you want to check out other wide receiver price checks that we've done in the past, I'm going to throw up a playlist at the top of your screen, so be sure to check those out. And I'll see you guys on the next one.